Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I am Deidre Johnson, the Interim Director for Scholarship Programs and Stewardship, and this is my colleague, Kimberly Nelson, the Director of Alumni Engagement. We are so pleased to see you here. Kimberly and I are standing together because this is an inaugural event combining the acknowledgement and recognition of our beloved Coppin family.
We are here this afternoon to celebrate the impact of our most dedicated supporters, our newest Foundation Merit Scholarship donors, and our alumni honorees. Their commitment to excellence has enabled our worthy students to earn a degree at Coppin State University, but they have also modeled professional success and the importance of giving back.
To our donors, you should know that the investment you've made in our students has enabled them to persevere, to thrive, and to be successful. To our students, you have a responsibility to work hard, and I know you do, but we're just saying it one more time. To achieve your goals and go on to demonstrate what you've gained from Coppin State, and know that you represent the people who have supported you through your journey.
To our alumni, you are the example for our students and the community. Your excellence is a reflection of what Coppin has poured into you.
At this time, we would like to introduce our.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm inspired to do more. I feel like a slacker. Let me rub my pennies together. Our next award recipient is the winner of the Unsung Hero Award. And this award is awarded to alumni who have taken the initiative to influence positive change in their career, community, or the Coppin campus. And this year's recipient is Mr. Stanley D. Brown. Mr. Brown earned his undergraduate degree from Coppin State University. He holds a Master's of Arts degree in Legal and Ethical Studies from the University of Baltimore. He has also completed some doctoral level courses at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County in public policy. He began his career as a fifth grade teacher in Baltimore City Public Schools and then served as a college placement counselor for a federally funded program. Mr. Brown retired in 2014 after over 40 years in executive level leadership positions in higher education as an interim vice president for academic affairs, assistant vice president for academic affairs, strategic planning and policy administration. He served as a college dean and served as an adjunct faculty member who taught freshman orientation courses and created and taught a specially designed orientation course for African American males. Wow. Also, he created and taught a college level political science course entitled Thurgood Marshall's Legacy, Law and Social Change. Additionally, Mr. Brown headed a $5 million federally funded grant program at a community college that reviewed the policies and procedures and teaching strategies for developmental courses. Currently, he is the business owner of Stan Brown's Images, Photography, and Videography Services, and as an on-call volunteer television show programming production staff member for a cable television company. Please join me in congratulating our unsung hero, Mr. Stanley D. Brown.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Let me just say a comment about this picture. Now, y'all see I don't have a tie on a suit in this picture, but this picture was taken like 2 weeks ago in the Lucille Clifton room at Busboys and Poets in Columbia. as you know, Lucille Clifton, if you didn't know, was a poet laureate for the state of Maryland, and she taught here at Coppin. And I was very proud to be able to sit in a room named after her. So let me bring greetings to Dr. Jenkins, faculty, staff, students, and alumni, and all honorees and awardees. I am pleased and honored and humbled to accept this inaugural Unsung Hero Award. A very special thanks goes to Kimberly Nelson, Kelly Jackson, Monet Hicks, the National Alumni Association, and the committee for selecting me. And of course, thank you to my wife, family, fellow alumni, and friends for supporting me and for being here this evening. This is not an accomplishment that I did alone. I'm going to say it again. This is not an accomplishment I did alone. And there are many others who deserve to share in this award. I am accepting this award on behalf of the following alumni who got me re-involved with Coppin after over 40 years. First, I want to recognize them, and I'm going to read their very brief bios because I want you to know who they are. Doug Robertson. Where's Doug Robertson? Please stand, Doug Robertson, who asked me back in 2016 to produce the Hall of Fame induction video for the athletic department. Doug Robinson, who's in the Athletic Hall of Fame, was the MEAC 1990-91 Basketball Coach of the Year. And he was also the MEAC Tournament Most Outstanding Coach. Doug Robinson. I also would like to recognize Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis, I still haven't forgave you. Stand up, Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis asked me, Stan, we're trying to do a reunion. The 50th year anniversary reunion. Will you work? I said, no, Joe. So he is a retired Baltimore County Environmental Health Inspector and a charter member of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. Thank you, Joe, because I wouldn't be here without you. Yes. Kathleen Larkins Davenport. Please stand, Kathleen, who provided guidance as to what to include on the class reunion webpage. I would always get a call, Stan, this is what you need to do at the website. And the yearbooks I use on loan from Phyllis Sweet Watkins. Where's Phyllis Sweet? Please stand. I believe both of them are charter members of the AKA. Yeah, charter member of the AKA back in, what was that, 1960? 1969 when the AK. Right, okay, all right, thank you, thank you. Reverend Dr. Larissa Smith Horn, who's not here, she lives in Texas now. Helen Bryce Shelton, who was a former principal of 2 schools in Baltimore City. I would like to introduce Rose Backus-Ham. Where's Rosemary Backus-Ham? Please stand. Former principal of Douglas High School right across the street. And a charter member of Delta Sigma Theta. And let me say this, not only is she smart, but she was Miss Coppin. Miss Coppin. Dr. Pamela Williams Morgan, who's retired from UMBC, also a charter member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Antoinette Amaro Siku, who is currently a certified public accountant. Beatrice Wyatt Williams, who's retired from Baltimore City Public Schools. My very good friend, Patricia A. Pitts, please stand. I've known her ever since we went to high school together. And I didn't even know she was over here at Coppin until I walked on campus one day and she said, did you register? And guess what? She is a former Miss Homecoming. Thank you, Pat. Pamela Hill Kenya, George Tillman, and Paul Holmes. Paul, please stand. Paul Holmes is in the Coppin Hall of Fame for basketball. He was he was on the very first championship team here at Coppin. And I also played with him, but I left the team after he said, I'm not going to pass you the ball. He used to be the assistant coach at one of the number one high school basketball team in the country, Dunbar High School. He was a head coach and athletic director at Northern High School and Eastern High School and worked out of North Avenue as a student support liaison. Last but not least, I want to thank my father's sister, Elaine Brown Page, class of 1951, for attending. Thank you. And I hate to admit this, but at this event is the first time I've ever met her. And this is through the research of my wife doing ancestry research. And I didn't even know she had went to Coppin. I didn't know her brother had went to Coppin, who is Arnett Brown, who was the Teacher of the Year, Principal of the Year, and also the President of the Baltimore Teachers Union. And as a matter of fact, they have a school named after him. That was anyway, Arnett Brown's sister and my father's sister, Elaine Brown Page. Thank you so much for being here. So I encourage all of you, get involved with Ancestry to find out who your ancestors are. You may be surprised. People you didn't even know you were related to. In closing, I hope this recognition of my and their work, the alumni who stood, can serve as an inspiration to current alumni and future alumni to get involved with Coppin. Remember, if my work can make a difference, so can yours. I know we will continue our efforts to support Coppin for many years to come. I am very humbled and appreciative. Thank you again.
Bet you didn't know you was going to get a history lesson today, did you?